Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's another brisk 30-degree morning, so I figured I'd come back up in the mountains and do some more exploring. Today's adventure takes us to the former military establishment known as Fort Ritchie. It's not an abandoned location, but it is forgotten, it's confused. So let's go take a look and see what kind of cool stuff we can find. Originally purchased by the Maryland National Guard in 1926 and used as a summer training facility for new recruits, Camp Ritchie, as it was originally named, was acquired by the United States Department of War in 1942 and repurposed as the Military Intelligence Training Center following the December 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor. The fundamental mission of the camp during the war was to train soldiers and officers in interrogation and intelligence gathering techniques to be used on the front lines of the European theater. So it is wild that not only this campus, this fort, is open to the public, but these barracks, a number of them are open. I mean, they're completely gutted, as you can see, nothing inside. But it's interesting that this is just open to the public. Anyone can come and explore this. Camp Ritchie operated in secret, with candidates receiving secret transfer orders and only learning the purpose and location of their new assignment upon arrival to the camp. A subset of these soldiers was a group known as the Ritchie Boys, who were selected to receive specialized training in a variety of duties and tactics to be used behind enemy lines throughout Europe, including espionage, psychological warfare, interrogation, and interception of enemy communications. Many of these soldiers were of Jewish descent who had fled Nazi Germany. Among the most noteworthy of the Ritchie Boys was J.D. Salinger, author of Catcher in the Rye. Following the conclusion of World War II, and in response to the increased Cold War tensions, Camp Ritchie, now christened as Fort Ritchie, maintained its air of secrecy as it transitioned into a communications support base for the newly established underground Pentagon, a military bunker operated by the Department of Defense, which is speculated to serve as a second Pentagon in the event of a nuclear attack or other catastrophic event, which leaves Washington, D.C. paralyzed. As a result of the end of the Cold War in the early 1990s, Fort Ritchie was eventually closed in 1998 as part of the United States Base Realignment and Closure Commission, which aimed to increase the operational efficiency within the U.S. Department of Defense. Many attempts have been made since the closure to sell and develop the property, but thus far all have failed for one reason or another, leaving the fort in the hands of the local county government to sit in limbo as it waits for a suitable buyer. It is absolutely wild that this place has been closed for 23 years, and due to various economic reasons, it's just left to sit here in limbo. And the only thing that I know that is still currently functioning is the community center and the two man-made lakes that are used for fishing. I should have brought my flashlight. Did not think for a second. but I would need it. I don't know if the camera picks us up. So that looks like a dungeon. So back when this was an active military institution, this flattened area back here behind me had buildings that have since been demolished. As you can see, there's one couple still left up there. There were stores, there's a school, I think there's a movie theater, but for some reason those buildings have been demolished, but these ones have been left to just sit here. Nicknamed the Castle, this building was one of only a few structural additions made by the Maryland National Guard after the land was purchased in 1926. It served as the main headquarters for the camp and was modeled after the castle unit insignia of the Corps of Engineers that had built the base. Part of the thing. I think I'm setting off alarms at these buildings, even though I'm not touching them. Like, I'm not even trying the doors or anything. I'm just walking up to look. I had a security guard drive past me earlier when I was filming, and he didn't seem to care. We waved and whatever, but every time I get close to a building, I keep hearing this relatively quiet beeping going off, but it doesn't sound like a real extreme. I don't know. We'll see. That looks real safe. So this is actually a man-made lake, Lake Royer, that was created in 1901 and is utilized today mainly for recreational and competition fishing. Now, we've talked a little bit about how this was a very military intelligence heavy training facility run by the U.S. Army in World War II. This institution also served as intelligence support for Raven Rock, which is just over the mountain. Since its closure in 1998, support for Raven Rock was transferred to Fort Ritchie, which is another fort located maybe 45 minutes from here in Frederick. Built in 1928, Lakeside Hall originally operated as the Army Officers Club and Lounge. Today, the building's picturesque location, set against Lake Royer and the Blue Ridge Mountains, allows it to function as a wedding venue. So the community center still supports the town of Cascade that consists of about 1,100 people up here that existed from when the fort was still an active military institution. Okay, so as we close out today's video, I've finally put the pieces together about this place, or a little something more about this place that I never have before, which is it obviously makes sense, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit I've never noticed the connection between its purpose in World War II to train the Ritchie Boys and other interrogation and counterintelligence groups, and the German architecture in some of the buildings. Now, we don't know if that was a result of the base wanting to make the German immigrants feel more at home, or if it was the result of the immigrants essentially exerting their influence and what they're used to on the base itself. But either way, it's an interesting connection. So I think that is going to about do it for today. Hope you enjoyed seeing a little sneak peek inside this secret World War II military camp and learning a little bit about its history. I guess that's going to do it for today. So if you liked today's video, hit the like button. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, bye.